the one that I just talked about, the one with the sunset.
Okay.
Just because I want to tell you, I wish I had a mouse so I could point at things, but so on the balloons, you see the bioluminescence?
Oh yeah, like slightly
On
there
the
at the top, like
creatures? Yeah.
all throughout it. Yeah, kind of like the little dots, like on the Navi skin at night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
And then the manta creature, you get a better view of that, and I think it kind of has a
Can't
harness
really
as
tell.
well.
There's like a yeah. I can't really tell. There's a rider, but because I don't know if maybe they get to steer them from the ship, or if they have to have a rider up front. I don't know. Maybe they can steer it
Oh.
somehow from the ship itself. But look at this, guys. That is
Oh
incredible.
my god. I just had another question in my mind because of this. So these are the jellyfish creatures, right? They're the ones that kind of function as balloons.
Yeah, like the
And
ones that
and
yeah.
their fins are kind of steering sails in a way. And then you can see
Here
that
they
they
really
have
look like they're fins. Right here they do. Whereas that first concept art we got, if I quickly go back
yeah,
to it, those look like they weren't. They look like they
like
were made
handmade.
by them. You know, you see that? Like it looked like somebody's kite.
Yeah. Somebody's kite.
But let's go back to this clear one. You can now clearly see that they are part of the creatures themselves. That is insane, guys.
So what I'm wondering is, this is a big question. I'm way too far ahead, but at some point they must have figured out that they could domesticate these animals and use them for travel. But like, were they just floating around by themselves before that? Like, imagine seeing this creature just like floating by. Like, what are they? How do they survive? What do they eat? And they're
Yeah, because you gotta assume that they're still alive. Like I wouldn't assume that they're gonna be hauling like like the carcass of this floating creature.
no, no,
So
I think they're
hopefully
alive.
somehow they're able to maintain it. Like they probably are able to feed it, nourish it.
Yeah, and
From there by the ship,
what are
and
they
even
called?
the
The tendrils thing.
yeah.
The I don't know what you
Maybe
would
they
call
get
them.
some nutrients flying over certain things, like just with the tendrils right there. Like maybe they're able to,
A
you know what I mean?
catfish.
Like do something. Like maybe they need to plug into like I don't know something.
Yeah.
Um let's see. And then somebody asked the question: do we think
Wow.
these are if that we're still in the Metkayina village here in this shot, or
Yes.
will we
Well,
be going back? Yes, we'll. I'm assuming we'll go back because, like Robin has pointed out before, NetDam is now pretty much part of that because that's where he got laid to rest, and Loak
it's
now
with their ancestors.
has a big connection with Tsireya and Payakan. So I'm assuming he'll always stick around.
Yeah. I don't know how Avatar Films on Instagram got such a beautiful detailed shot of this. But this way I can really, really zoom in on everything. And you can kind of get a little bit of a better look of the little basket, I guess, under the creature where they would be traveling
Uh huh.
in.
Yeah.
And it does look kind of like a camp or a place they could potentially live for a little bit.
Okay. At least during their travels. Nice.
Exactly, yeah. But if they are nomads, they don't stop. If they called them that, then I would assume that they permanently live on those.
Nice.
Or they set up
Uh,
camp
Charlie
somewhere.
Wood says, "I bet those. Let me put it up here. I bet those rays stay aloft via electrostatic forces, same as the floating mountains. Spiders can travel without
Oh,
wind using silk carried along by electrostatic forces." Oh, you're probably really onto something right there.
wow.
Jaden says Quaritch is being held captive. Is that from a different image? Did you want me to
Yes, that's from a
transition?
different image.
All right, let's transition, and we could always come back to them anyways. So let's
You choose one.
Okay, let's see here. All right, I'll just get to it just because I'm sure this is gonna have a lot of details that people want to see. So here we go. Here is, oh my god, this is like the home of the Ash clan, and that's Varang right there. You see her up there? She's up there closer to like the hut or the tent thing.
Oh my god.
And they're bringing in right here in the foreground. You see them, like Jaden said, they're bringing in Quaritch, or at least it looks like Quaritch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is Quaritch.
This is insane.
This is unlike anything we've ever seen. Do you see there's a totem in the middle? The way they wove I think there's some sort of dream catcher thing in front of one of the tents. The fire pit, like on the left, it looks like it has bones around it or something like that.
Yeah.
And then there is something like dead creatures hanging on the left side somewhere too.
Oh,
this is wild.
And look at another detail is, if they're bringing in Quaritch like that, then he's not the catalyst of them using weapons. Look, they're already using the weapons already.
Oh my god, why are they already using weapons?
So they were already violating that law of Awa.
Oh my,
without
of course
Quaritch,
they were.
Because everybody thought, oh, they would do it now because Quaritch would get them into using firearms. But if I'm not mistaken, that's them already having different firearms, right? Like,
so they've already had contacts with humans, and that's why they're bringing in Quaritch, or are they like modified human weapons, or are they from something that they made themselves? Or it looks way too human, to be very honest.
Unless they're just the weapons that they acquired when capturing Quaritch and whoever he was with. Like maybe those were just the weapons he had, but I don't know. I don't think he had like a sniper rifle, like a rocket launcher.
No, and they're carrying it way too logically. Like they
they know how to carry it. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's such very perceptive. Hold on. That's crazy.
That's insane. If you do any posts right now with these art pieces, like just tag me as collaborator, because I
am. You can read my minds, can't you?
Yeah, because I won't have time to do my own post, but I'm like, yeah, just collaborate.
I'm doing it right now.
Or reach out to both of our people at the same time.
Only my name is in it though. Do you want me to add yours too? Like my
watermark name? No, it's fine. It's good.
Okay.
That's crazy. Let's see what any other details you guys catch. I love the look of the band. At least from right here, they all look like Ikrans, like banshees. I love the look of them just perched up there on the rocks. Like even some that kind of, I thought there were maybe cave paintings, but I think they're just clinging on to the.
They're clinging on, yeah.
Nah,
they do that in the rookery too.
Dang, that's crazy.
So, in the previous concept art, Varang was writing something very different from a banshee. But from the looks of it, they still use banshees as well.
Yeah, maybe it's just not everybody has that creature, so maybe it's just a very dangerous creature, and it shows that like how powerful she is, that she was able to claim that one while everybody else is maybe still
like
on Ikrans.
Turuk.
Yeah, maybe it's like their version of a, because I can't tell if other people here are using the same creature or if they're on like Ikrans. Like the two closest ones, I can't really tell. Like the one here on her left, and then the one to her.
Horn.
Okay, so then everybody else might be on.
You're right. Wait, you're right. Look at the ones, like the smaller ones on her bottom right, kind of. Those are Ikrans for sure.
Oh yeah, those are Ikrans for sure. Yeah, so this is probably one that she just specifically tamed herself.
Wait. I have something else in my mind that I need to double check because. Okay, I have an Ikran's little statue right here. Can you bring the other image back for a sec?
Yeah.
I'm just checking whether she maybe deformed it.
Oh, deformed a Ikran?
Because everything else, I'm trying to see. Yeah, anatomically, it looks very, very similar to what we know.
Oh, that would be horrible. Like the teeth are all messed up. You know, there's like this horn on top, but it has to be a different creature.
It has to be a different creature because, yeah,
at least
I don't think
like
I'm right.
face-wise, I think it's too different to be just a deformed.
Yeah.
At least we know they're in similar like family tree. So, but let's see what people were saying. Who taught them how to use the weapons? Let's see. I bet the RDA's efforts have been globalized and resistance movements are happening all around. Knowledge of what Jake did must have spread far and wide between A1 and A2. I think you could be right, and I think we are going to need. I think what we're going to notice in these next movies is we're going to need to globalize in order to basically take the RDA down. Like the Wind Traders will come in helpful, like meeting clans from distant regions to get together, most likely. Yeah, Dino Shark was saying the same thing. Do the rest of the Ash clan have the Ikran while Varang has that crazy one? That's what it looks like now that we went back to that previous art, that maybe she's the only one with like a crazy looking new flying creature. Let's see here. All right, so let's pop up a new image. You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Oh, we didn't even one of the new images is her on the new creature that we could have looked at this whole time.
Okay. Okay, it's a new creature. I take everything
back. Definitely. Wow. Look at that. That is
I'm kind of speechless.
Zachary Berger, because he's the one. If we look back, you see the signature there, Zachary 23.
Yes.
So he's the one that gave us the design on the skim wing. He was like that was one of his babies. He had said when we got that image of Varang on the new creature, he's like, oh, basically claiming like this was another one that I worked as hard on as as much on as the skim wing. And man, did he knock it out again. Like, look at that. That is let me put it back. That's crazy. And look how much bigger it is than an Ikran, because you can see her body right there. An Ikran is, I believe, at least a little bit smaller than that. It's not as big as a Charuk, of course, but it's still bigger than a regular Ikran. At least I think so. No?
A little. The bottom wing is very, very big, like compared to the bottom wing. Wait, put me on the screen.
Yeah, let me.
Anatomy lesson, guys. Okay, so
anatomy lesson.
Okay, so we're gonna compare in a second, right? Look at this wing on an Ikran. Look how kind of triangle and short
and
it
small
is.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Ignore the spider web on that. You did not see that. Shh. Look. You see the shape of that?
Yeah.
Okay, put the other creature back. Look at the bottom wing now.
Yeah, that is a massive difference. And it even looks like in this case, it's inverted where the bottom wing is a lot bigger than the top wing. Or at least from this angle. But that's what it looks like. It definitely does.
It has something, I don't think I actually don't. Yeah, an Ikran does not have this. It has legs. An Ikran does have legs, but it's the triangle wings that I just pointed out. They're attached, kind of like a bat has arms.
Oh, okay. So they're kind of built into those. Whereas over here, you could tell that they look completely separate.
Yes, this is more dragon-like, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my god.
That's incredible.
Look at its face.
Yeah. So, like you said, the other one, it kind of still looked like the rest of it was Ikran, but yeah, no, this one makes it look a lot different. Man, this is deadly. Look at that tail. Like I could see the tail itself being used, kind of like a stinger, like to just like impale different, people. Or wow, that's
Farang still has her kuru.
Okay, but and then she's not wearing all the other ones right here, so that looks like it was only ceremonial.
She's not connected with her kuru to her creature. She's freewheeling.
Oh, you're right. Well, because I'm trying to see, because that other part is her tail, right? Yeah. So her kuru, which is the one that's kind of floating up there, it's not really connected to anything.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I have it here on my phone as well, just to double check.
Free falling.
Free falling.
Yeah, you're right.
That's insane.
Let's see. We got Brookhammer Brook that says that new creature looks sick. Yeah, this is insane. Dino Shark, it's like a demon storm glider.
Yeah.
How in the world are they going to translate that to the toys? Todd McFarlane, you better start figuring it out. We're in post-production on the toys right now. Snake Eyes is back in here. That thing looks like a demon. Yeah, this is insane. All right, let's move on to...
Wait, one more thing.
Okay.
Leave it there for 1 second. Okay. I just looked up what a stingbat looks like. And it's so similar.
Like, very similar, huh? That's what people were saying in that first reveal.
But like genuinely anatomically, I think they have to be related, because
so this is just like a giant, like
100%.
kind of like cousin to the stingbats.
100%.
That makes sense. Well, yeah, and then right there you got the stinger too. Basically, the sting from Stingbat.
Yeah. It has the stinger. It has the legs. It has the horn on the top. It has
even the face
on the bottom. Exactly the same. Like obviously
the mouth and
slightly different, but
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Which makes sense, because if you know in the canon and the lore, we've seen them in the movies. There are these things that are called, like, I think they call them forest banshees, and they're really small. They're not like the size of an Ikran, but a regular banshee is obviously a lot bigger and is rideable. I think it's the same thing right there. Whereas the stingbat is going to be that small cousin to whatever this creature is, and not rideable. Whereas obviously this one is a lot bigger and is going to be rideable. So that's probably something similar that's going on here.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I just double checked. It's in here as well. Wow.
Okay. So I guess now we kind of, there are hints of it in the canon already, between the the miniature forest banshees and the regular banshee. Okay. All right, so this is in the line of that stingbat. That's awesome.
Put me on the screen for a sec.
Okay.
That's a stingbat. That's the face of a stingbat.
Oh, okay. So even down to the horn at the top. Okay.
The top,
and then definitely the mouth. Yeah.
These things too. These.
So definitely, it's just like a big cousin to the stink bat. Okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And if you look it up later, you can see like everything from the feet to the
Matches.
wings. Yeah.
Okay. You're like, if only we would have pointed that out earlier. Okay, let's move on to another one. Let's go back to see what's going on because I'm assuming this is back to the
Wow.
Metkayina. We have some kind of underwater ceremony going on.
Is this the
With
birth?
I was about to say I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is the birthing ceremony that we have heard Kate Winslet talk about that she shot, and there was that famous, like I told you earlier, that famous image of her underwater with some kind of flowing cloth with her underwater, and she said that that was part of a birthing ceremony, and I think it's because the Tulkuns are gonna give birth. I don't know if that necessarily means she's gonna give birth or if this is just one for the Tulkuns. It could be both, maybe, because she says, and then a lot of us, she implied that more than just one person or creature was gonna give birth. So maybe a lot of births are made at the same time right there.
Originally, she was supposed to have, I think, you remember her spirit sister?
Yeah.
I mean, she already had that baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be something like a ceremony where, I don't know, I don't know if they would all do it at the same time, but definitely it looks
that's
like
still
there's one.
That'd be weird, like synchronized births.
That'd be very
Hey,
impressive, but
we don't know.
There's one Tulkun underwater, and the other ones are all kind of above with their. Well, no, that's not true. There's another one underwater, but there's one in the center that's kind of. It looks like it's doing a movement.
Yeah, like that one's the center of attention right there. That one.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Like I still like the look of this Metkayina stuff. We see the Tulkuns here, like you said. People on Elus. I like their canoes. It's just kind of sad what their single canoes are made out of, which is the skin of an Ikran. But we won't touch that again.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. Oh man, what do you guys think? We got one more, I believe, after this. Let's see. Payakan in the center. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's a ceremony where Payakan is accepted back into because he was pretty much exiled, right? During this, like,
can we see his fin because he's missing? No, we only see the two big ones.
Yeah, two big ones. Yeah. So I guess that could be. Oh
my God, Charlie! What? I'm not gonna read that out loud.
No. I will get to it in a second. It must be Payakan home return. It could either be a birthing or home return. So you guys are right. It could be something like that. Maybe with Payakan circle of life. And then obviously R.I.P. Charlie Wood says it. Down says it. Lives on as a canoe.
I'm sorry, that's so funny.
No. How could you?
I did not expect that.
I know, because my mind didn't go there right away, but wow, Charlie, I went right out the gate. You heard skin of an Ikran, and you're like, says it. Exactly, Dino Shark. Charlie, how dare you? Oh my God. You have called for war. No.
Oh no, I need to catch my breath. Wow, that really caught me off guard.
I just do the Lion King.
I'm sorry, I just saw like.
That's crazy.
I just pictured like a canoe with.
I swear, if we see one that has the markings, now I'm gonna have Cesar's markings ingrained in my head, and when I watch them, I'm gonna be like, That's it. The third from the left. That says it.
Oh my-
Neytiri's gonna be like 10 feet away. She's never gonna notice it.
or
Oh
she's
no.
gonna. It's gonna be hers.
Oh my. Oh Lord.
Oh.
Oh man. All right. So let's move on to the last one. That's another great one. Like that's another cool image right here. That's awesome. We get a much better look at the side profile. I know. I'm like I got tears in my eyes still. Like
I know.
Charlie Wood. I swear the creature in the front keeps like looking different to me in every freaking picture.
It looks a
The one
little fatter here.
Yeah.
No, really. Like it looks like
It
it went. Hold on. I'm trying to say something without laughing.
Oh, good.
It went from crepe to pancake.
Maybe it's the atmosphere. Okay. They say the camera adds 10 pounds. Well, so does this region, okay? Let's hurry up and fly through here, please. Don't look at me. Oh, God. I mean, it could. It maybe has something to do with the atmosphere or something.
Maybe no, honestly, realistically, hold on. Maybe it's just the angle of the wings.
It could be too. It could be. We're over here trying to defend
That's
like
what
why
say.
one of them is like why one of them is the big boy. Oh man.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's insane. But yeah, the other creature, we get a better side profile look at it. Looks a little, doesn't look like the prettiest creature, but it gets the job done.
Excuse you.
What? That just looks like a brain with tendrils.
Oh wait, hold on. You're right. It looks like a brain. That's a very interesting take, actually. Like, what do you think? The tendrils are something very similar to what the Na'vi have in their tails, like in their neural cues?
Oh, it could be, because when you kind of look in there, it pretty much looks like a bunch of these, little tendrils. So it could be. And that's what I was saying. Maybe that's how it gets its nutrients. Maybe it has to hold on to, like, I don't know, trees or something to get some kind of nourishment, or maybe creatures. Who knows?
Yeah, that's yeah.
So I'm like, where's your mouth? Like,
oh.
God, we're
and
terrible.
then yeah, I'm trying to like calm down, but the basket underneath.
Man, and it looks tiny right there. That just shows you how big that floating jellyfish creature has to be. And I'm still so confused about those little sail things. I can't. Now it kind of looks fake again. So I don't know.
Honestly, I think they're fins. I think they're part of the creature.
Yeah.
I think they were strategically designed in the anatomy of that creature because they're flying. Whereas if you look at the anatomy of a regular jellyfish, they could fly, but they would have constantly, like, if they were from, like a different material and they could potentially fly, they could do that, but only by making that movement that they make underwater. And this way they can kind of steer. So I bet it's just from the creature itself. It's just very unique. That's something that you would find underwater is just kind of floating around. And I wonder if it's native to the sky, or if it's something they plucked out of the water.
My God.
No,
I think so, though. I think it is going to be native to the sky. Maybe it's just normally up in areas that other clans just don't reach and don't go to.
Like, how long ago would they have domesticated them then? Because would they just be floating around and roaming? Like, what are they? I'm so interested in their story, and Yeah.
I even like this, this little region right here. Kind of like I like the look of these little, this little mountain
There's
pass right here.
there's a
Interesting.
region like that in Frontiers. If you go to, let me think of the name. I can't remember if it's close to the Clouded Forest, but there's a region like this that you can find caves inside these types of mountains. Oh, and also I don't know if you've played through it already completely or no. But there is an area where the Zakru go. They call it the Zakru graveyard, and it's in an area like this.
Okay. And do you think these peaks right here are like really high above? Because if you notice the clouds below, or is it just temperature wise, it's just creating some kind of clouds down there? Or do you really think this indicates that they're really high up?
I think they're not necessarily high up.
Okay.
For two reasons, I would want to see something that is really high up to compare it to just know this for sure. But on Earth, I can't remember exactly what the name is in English, but there is I'll try and directly translate it from Dutch. But there is a phenomenon, or I don't know how else to call it, that on a certain altitude, trees don't grow. Like it gets to a certain point where you call it the border, the tree border, and that means like above that trees won't grow. I don't know the reason. I don't know anything more than that. But I wondered if that would be even true on Pandora as well. If they would even have
I was about to say
that
they with their science that they have here, it could be that they can grow even way high up there.
That's possible because
but yours is probably the more plausible, at least as of now. That's probably the more plausible that it's not super high up.
I don't think it's high up, but I also don't know if they would have a tree border on Pandora because
I was like, is it basically the version of this? Is it their version of these? Probably not, but so you're right, because here you don't see any vegetation on this stuff, it's just rock. So
but then again, Pandora has a very strong atmosphere, and I feel like it would be able to support trees for much higher than on Earth. But everything's bigger on Pandora, so maybe it would translate. I don't know.
I guess we'll see. I like the look of it, at least.
It's really cool. I love that there's one in the back as well. Like they're traveling through everything.
Yeah. Wow, that's insane.
And they're choosing to do this because they could easily fly over.
Yeah, for sure. They're like, for the shot, for the gram.
They're not that high up because there's clouds above them, so they're not above the clouds.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't even see those. You're right.
That's probably why your brain was telling you that it's not that high.
It looks cool regardless. Wow.
Agreed.
This movie has so many interesting elements. Like, quick little recap. We had this initial one here, which is another great one. Like you said, I wonder if this is kind of like the Wind Traders passing by the Metkayina, and maybe that's where the Sully family kind of gets introduced to them, and maybe tags along for a bit of the ride. And
my favorite thing about this is the bioluminescence on the jellyfish creatures. Yeah,
that looks so good, man. I wonder, in that night shot, did we see them on the night shot from the earlier concept art? Let me see. Oh, you saw it. You see it a little bit on the left, yeah. Well, that's gonna look really good, like completely when it's wow, the moon is like really close right there. That's insane.
They're really high in the clouds.
Yeah, that shot's gonna look
great. Is that not a planet? Or is that Polyphemus, or is that another moon?
It could be another moon because I think it has like over 10 moons, I believe. So it's crazy because we're just on Pandora, and we don't know these other moons are also, I doubt it because they would have talked about it, that they were, hospitable. So I assume at this point it's only going to be Pandora that's hospitable throughout all these moons.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel like I actually remember them saying that they're only gonna focus. Well,
Yeah,
I
because I
feel like
think
I remember James Cameron explaining that Pandora is already so diverse that they don't need to go to any other worlds.
yeah, because initially I think very early drafts they were thinking of going to the different moons, and we would see like crazy new things in each one. But they're like, no, we can just kind of treat it like Earth. Whereas here we'll have all the
Yeah,
crazy things just in different areas. Instead of because then that would be too similar to Star Wars, where you have to go to like a snow planet and then a desert planet. So I like
yeah,
this.
that's true.
But and then from here, we got this awesome, like now we have some kind of look, and that's what I was saying. I was like, I want to look at like well, like what their homes look like, what their little villages look like. So this one's awesome for the Ash clan, of course.
I think aesthetically, this one is not necessarily aesthetically. The sunset one is my favorite, but then this one is kind of my favorite for the details that's in it
Yeah, and
because
what's
it's
gonna be
unlike
interesting
anything
with
we've seen before.
exactly, and especially because like you were pointing out, like it's gonna be interesting to learn what that totem represents, what their different things they have here represent, because they're not completely following Awa. So it's going to be even more different than when you just meet another normal clan, because normally all the other clans they follow Awa, and they just have different things that represent pretty much the same stuff, or they worship the same things. Whereas here, it's like, what is their philosophy? What is their like
Yeah,
do they worship something else other than Awa? And
I'm so
or so
curious.
it's going to be very interesting. Like, what are all your little, or here on the right, like these little totems or small little thing, or like the dream catchers, like what does this all represent? What are the little, that's where my mind goes, like just the little nitty gritty on all the details.
And also,
And
I wonder about would we call it religion or worship? Worship, I guess. I wonder, when did they separate from Awa? Could that have something to do with the what's it called? I can't remember the name of the story, but the first Turuk rider.
The first flight.
Yes, there you go. Like something, because there was a volcano in that story, so I'm just wondering if something around that has to do with anything disconnecting from Awa.
Yeah. You
Or
know what this
between.
really reminds me of? I think
Tell me.
I'm getting a lot of Mongol vibes from here.
Oh,
Like
right.
like
Yeah, the
like
tent.
like the tent, like it really like I'm looking up right now like Mongol stuff, and it kind of has that similar vibe. Let me see.
Wow, how do you know about that culture?
I mean, I'm very versed in a lot of no. I just especially well, I in history I have like looked up Genghis Khan, watched a bunch of movies, but also recently they were in
Mm-hmm.
that Ghost of Tsushima game. The Mongols were invading Japan, and so you get to see a lot of
Oh,
their structures and their little their put together little
got it.
villages. And that's let me save this image here and I'll bring it up really quick. That's what I get the vibe. I'm like, oh, that's actually a good one, because I mean, like like from history, they were like a conquering, more menacing, I guess, clan in a way themselves. It would fit the vibe, you know.
Yeah.
So, um,
Wow, very perceptive.
so let me see if I can bring it up really quick, because especially it's just that tent mostly that just threw the vibes out to me. So let's see.
Wow, I was really not
Like,
expecting. Oh yeah, I see
so
what
it's
you
like not
mean.
it's 100%, but To me, like it screamed
Wait, hold
like a
on.
similar vibe with just like the architecture a little bit. Obviously, a lot more alien and things like that. But I'm like, oh, that could also be that culture. You know, that warring culture could be what they're like. So that's
This
interesting.
is a very good observation because I'm gonna send you something on Instagram about the way that they dress. This picture is not good quality, but it's gonna give you the right idea. Um, would you be able to put it on screen if I send it to you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I can. Let's see.
It reminds me of Varang's headdress and also just the colors that they use in their attire, like in general. Oh, that's horrible quality.
Oh.
It's because it's from Google. But
yeah, I
the
get.
shapes.
You're right. Yeah. So maybe we're onto something a little bit. They could be taking inspiration from like that. Because pretty
I'm
much all of
trying.
them are the Metkayina is more Polynesian.
Yeah, and I can already imagine. Oh, hi, I'm on screen. I
Oh,
was still looking it up. I can already imagine them having those conversations and sitting down and thinking, okay, what culture would fit them and why? And there's probably some sort of backstory to it as well. Then, and probably a reason why they choose certain cultures for certain references. Like the Metkayina, they're very Polynesian, and it makes sense because they're near the water and they're on islands. And oh my god! And the landscape of Mongolia
yeah, it's very
is
similar.
very barren,
Yeah,
so it would
I
make
was looking at it.
sense.
Let me bring up a image that I saw of somebody on horseback. It's just art, but it pretty much, that's kind of where they're from, is like this barren landscape. Let's see.
Oh, this is wow, very very perceptive because I'm looking up old, like ancient Mongolian culture,
Yeah.
and it's very very similar. Wow, well done.
I think both of us,
I
you with the outfits especially for sure, and then both pointing out like the barren landscape. So is it a
I
volcanic
wonder.
region?
Mm,
No, I don't
hold on,
think
let me.
so. I think just aesthetically it's just kind of barren,
Stop it!
deserty.
It is.
Is it?
It has
No,
it has volcanoes.
because I thought I just saw one in one of the images that it kind of looked like a volcano
Yeah,
in the background.
there's at least one that comes up like as a. It's well known as I believe, a tourist attraction, but it's not active. Oh my god! Wow.
Wow, I guess we're we might
All
have
right,
pretty
detective.
much figured it out. Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Yeah, there's a volcano, like a. What is this? Sorry, I'm getting lost in the images now. Like there's so many similarities. I wonder what kind of traditions the Mongolians have that we will be seeing in the Ash Glen as well, or similarities.
This could be an interesting, maybe even if it's like a little video we collaborate on, like expanding on this after we do a little bit more research. That would be an
Yeah.
interesting video, because I do think we're onto something right there. Obviously, we weren't
Oh,
prepared
100%.
to do this during the stream, but yeah, it's at least that's the vibes I'm really getting for this. What do you guys think here
Yeah.
in the chat? Let's see.
Why does the guy on the left have a Scottish kilt on? Where?
It kind of
Oh
looks
my
like
god,
right
wait.
little tiny, like
A
the
picnic
one.
blanket.
Yeah, it looks like a little. Yeah. Oh man,
A mini skirt.
reminds me of the village in the new Planet of the Apes with Proximus. Yeah, a little bit. At least, especially because they're kind of in the same. How do you put it? They're dealing with the same type of tools and construction materials in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's see. Miyana is like, I'm barely missing. What's going on? What am I missing? Well, 5 new concept art pieces. We got right here is the look at the Ash Clan home from obviously Fire and Ash, and other looks at the Wind Trader stuff as well. Payakan is flying. What is that? What we were describing the bigger leading fish or the bigger leading manta ray?
Wait, put me on screen.
Let's see. Put you on screen. Let's see.
I have a guest.
Oh, hello. Oh wow, you look very pissed off right now.
She's fine.
Okay.
She's purring really loud. Okay. She's tired. Yeah.
She's like, are you almost done? I gotta sleep.
Yeah, that's actually no. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're almost done. I think we about covered what we can. At least initial thoughts. We kind of covered them, but wow, I mean, hey, I'm glad we did this because we actually did get.
Was that all of them?
5 new. Yeah, I think that was it. That was the. Let me go through them. We got the sunset thing. We got the village.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's because of this flying one. It didn't really give us too much besides like a closer, better one of that one, and then the Metkayina one, and then the last one was that one. But yeah, what do you guys think? These were, this was our initial reaction and breakdown of the information coming out of D23 Brazil. I'm really happy they did show something new besides you got me worried there for a second. Well, he says it's in post-production.
I was worried too. I was like,
dude, you're Skyping in live to, and attendees are just being told, yeah, it's we're working on it.
Like, yeah, we're making a film.
Yeah.